My name's Guy Kestevan. I've been a professional bike and kit tester for nearly 25 years, and this is the second part of my specialised Chisel limited edition frame set build-up project. So obviously super light alloy frame set, XC bike, steep angles, very racy. What fork was I going to put in there? It's got to be a SID, hasn't it? I mean, absolutely love the 35mm SID Ultimate that I've been running for the past, well, over a year on my Kotick Flare-Max. It caused a bit of a stir putting it on there, but it's been brilliant, and now standard option on the new Kotick Flare-Max G4. So yeah, I mean, I'll put the video up for the SID review on that and any other collateral that goes with that fork. But this is the SID SL. So 32mm stanchions. This is the lightest fork in the RockShox range. I mean, for a while they did produce a carbon crown on the World Cup ones with a carbon steer. They got very, very fancy, but they actually found it was easier to produce a lighter, more consistent, stronger build, just sticking with alloy. So, but you have got a super sculpted and machined, forged crown there. You got this cutaway, heavily machined brace on the back there. I mean, still a reasonable amount of tyre room. You can get a 2.4 through there, so you can, you know, because a lot of the cross-country pros, people like Nino Schurter, are now running a 2.4 tyre as standard. But when you get down, the, you know, you can see just little pocket details on the back of the fork brace there. They have got every gram possible out of this fork. And then you look down here, there's flatter sections inside the inside leg on both sides. The back of the fork brace is all machined away there. And if you look up the pipe, you know, it's hollow a long way up. The legs don't actually start for a while. And your rebound adjuster is this little pull-out Allen key there, which is also what you do your adjustments up on the bleed valve up there too. So yeah, they really have stripped a lot of weight out of this fork. I mean, obviously SID's been around for a long old time. I can remember riding it for the first time in the guess 97, 98, I think the original blue SID came in. You still can get a blue SID, by the way. This is just, I think this colourway is going to go a lot better with that Chisel. So yeah, where they really could put, sorry, to flip back around, I mean, debonair air springs. So again, I mean, it is a cross-country tuned fork, so it'll be, I'm expecting it to be firmer and a bit tighter in feel. And this Charger Race Day damper is a super peat of, especially on this SL version, on the Ultimate version. And this Charger Race Day damper, especially on this Ultimate version, is a super stripped down, you know, tiny volume damper in there. But, you know, judging by how well it rides over the rough on the SID Ultimate, I'm expecting this to be a pretty much, you know, still a pretty capable fork. It's not going to be as stiff because it's a 32mm chassis, but you're still getting potential to put torque cap, broader hubs in there, and by all accounts, it's a lot stiffer than the previous 32mm SID, even though at only 1,340 grams, even with the uncut steerer. This is a seriously light race weapon, and also because it's a pure race fork, there's no messing about with different sort of levels of compression on that lockout lever there. It's on or it's off. This is a proper hard lockout, so I'm really going to have to remember when I flick that on for the climbs. But, you know, it should work well in the kind of this kind of gravel XC borderline experimenting that I want to do on the Chisel frame. So the Chisel came with a headset, so it's going to be relatively easy to pop that in there, and that's the next stage. And then we'll spin around and see what other bits I'm going to add on. You know, what bar and cockpit I've got. That's, to be honest, that's going to be an old friend you'll have seen before. So that's going to be the next instalment. But anyway, so part 2 was introducing you to this RockShox SID Ultimate, this RockShox. So part 2 has been introducing you to this RockShox SID SL fork, which is going to be fronting up the Chisel, and then we'll go through the rest of the build process, and then obviously we'll document the riding, experimenting, and any changes I make over time in a series of these build-up videos, because it seems like you really like a project video on this channel. The ones I did last year went down really well. So massive thanks to RockShox and SRAM for sending me the fork for the build-up. Thanks to Specialized for the frame set that we're going to base it all on. Thanks to Zero Cycling UK for sponsoring the channel. Thanks to my Patreon supporters for pledging on a monthly basis to pay for my time making these edits. And if you really like what I'm doing, please consider joining them on Patreon, because you get behind the scenes, extended and early edits, and you get your videos advert free. Because obviously, if I put them on YouTube, I have to press the advertising button. So I get some revenue out of it, and I can continue growing the channel that way. So if you really like what I'm doing, please consider supporting me on Patreon as well. But anyway, I've been Guy Kestevan on Guycast TV, talking about the super light, proper XC race weapon RockShox SID SL fork that I'm going to be plugging into my specialised Chisel limited edition project build. Thanks very much, everyone.